And we begin here at 7 with the out-of-control fire in Los Angeles. Just check out this video here. 30,000 people are under an evacuation order in LA County as the massive fire is out of control. A number of homes they've already burned. The high winds have helped that fire burn more than 1,000 acres, and it is not letting up.
Palisades High School's burning.
Well, that is footage from moments ago at Pacific Palisades High School, and we can confirm that students and staff, they were evacuated safely.
This has been a very, very harrowing day, you know, for you.
Sad for a lot of my neighbors. There's a lot of people that are not going to have a very good January 2025 now.
The fire will not slow down anytime soon. The National Weather Service issuing a red flag warning for Southern California into tomorrow. Winds are expected to be between 50 to 80 miles per hour with gusts as high as 100 miles an hour overnight.
Palisades High School, we gotta get
I think that's the high school where this is Temesco, and you guys look on a map. We gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, sorry I know it's so loud, but just so chaotic right now. People are just trying to save themselves, their property as well. The fire began a few miles north of Santa Monica, and within an hour, it quickly grew. The brush fire impacting the Pacific Palisades highlands. Crews are working to contain it, but right now it is 0% contained. Check this out right now. CAL FIRE working to put out those flames, but as the winds pick up, all they can do really is move on to another home to try to save one. If one is a total loss, they move on to the next one to try to save it. That's all they can do. The speed of the fire, truly incredible. In Santa Monica, CAL FIRE recorded a time lapse here. Flames in the hills being driven by that wind toward the ocean. The fire is burning 9 miles east of the Pepperdine campus in Malibu. So far, that campus is okay. The famous Getty Villa Museum is threatened, though, right now. The LA Times reporting that the flames basically on the grounds right now of the famous Getty Villa Museum. That is the original museum. This is something we're going to keep an eye on all night long. California Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency because of what's happening, and he spoke with the media today. We also heard from a fire chief, and the fire intensified winds on the ground, even disrupting the fire chief's press conference. Take a look.
Los Angeles is currently experiencing an extreme fire weather condition with red flag alert. At the time of the fire, the relative humidity was 12 and the winds were approximately 25 miles an hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour.
Oh, what you didn't see right there was that the sign on the podium, the winds were so high, it just blew right off. It's just unbelievable right now. Thousands of people, they've been fleeing their homes, even abandoning their vehicles to get out of the path of the fire. We want to go now to a reporter with Fox on the ground there right now.
We've taken a right onto Palisades Drive. This is where all those homes are, where the fire actually jumped the road, and this is where firefighters had to make that call to just separate the people who are to the south and to the north of that fire path, and to stay, say, go back and shelter in place, or to continue on to Sunset Boulevard. So you can see this wind has just kicked up again. I mean, look at these palm fronds up at the top. So firefighters just doing everything they can to kind of stabilize this area right now. If you look in the distance, it's kind of hard to make out with all the smoke in the air, but you can see that charred hillside. I mean, these flames came right down to the base of this shopping center, right up against those homes up on the top. I mean, it's pretty incredible when you look at the work that firefighters did to save the property in this area. Of course, their first priority is saving lives, and that's what they were trying to do when they told people to go back up the hill, back to their homes, and to shelter in place while the fire came closer and closer. And here's another convoy. So this is what we keep talking about. These are these residents who were told to go back up the hill. Police are going, they're rounding them all up, and then they're taking them down safely, kind of, in lines like this, just making sure that everybody is safe. So some good news for these residents, but really a harrowing day for everybody who's been here. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you, and stay safe. Now, unfortunately, the wind gusts are only expected to grow in speed. Meteorologist Erica Horzatine is here now with more. Yeah, Erica, I mean, there's not a lot that they can do out there.
No, not when this wind is just a force of nature. I mean, what are you going to do? And so it's just tragic to see all of this. But here's a look at some of those maximum wind gusts today that have been fueling this fire. They're just out of control. The San Gabriel Mountains, that's the mountain range that's kind of just north of LA and north of this whole area that's seeing these fire conditions. The maximum wind gusts on the west side of that range today made it up to 86 miles per hour. The LA Whiteman Airport made it to 78-mile-per-hour wind gusts today. Malibu Hills, which is pretty close to the Palisades, just slightly west, seeing 64-mile-per-hour gusts, and northeast of Malibu, more so in the mountainous terrain, seeing gusts up to 75 miles per hour. I haven't really seen any wind gust reports from within the Palisades area, so you can estimate that that's the kind of wind that that area has been seeing today, fueling the fire. And in the Chino Hills area, that's kind of just east of downtown LA, seeing 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So these wind gusts have been widespread through that area. And not only are they widespread in Southern California, these are hitting Southern Nevada, they're hitting Arizona.